Hi to all the Form 4 and Form 5 students. Today I will discuss how to solve paper 1 for quadratic function for mathematics new format in SPM exam. So I will discuss the sample question that might be coming out in the coming new SPM exam format. So let's go through together and have fun. Hello all the Form 5 students and also Form 4 students for mathematics KSSM. We have the first topic, which is quadratic function, which is considered very challenging, right? So today I'm going to discuss question that will be coming out in SPM exam for the new syllabus, for objective question and for question in section A and section B and C, maybe from this topic. Alright, so let's go through together. So first of all, let's read the question slowly and carefully. For max, is go for careful. Alright, if you're careful, you can do well. So first of all, they say find the values of k. So we highlight values. That means got two values of k. So for this question, I think majority of the students don't have problem. So you just cross multiply, isn't it? Do you know what is cross multiply? That means you will actually multiply the fraction when you have let's say you have A, you have B, you have C, you have D, right? So you just cross A, B, C, D. So this is the first principle, which is A times D equal to B times C. Okay, I'm going to show you now. K plus 4 multiplied by K plus 3 equal to 2 times 3, right? Okay, now I want you to do it carefully. Use the expansion K times K. What you get? K squared, right? K times 3 times multiply, so it's positive 3K. Then positive 4 times K, positive 4K. And then 4 times 3 is 12. Is equal to 6. 2 times 3 is 6, right? And then you focus to the like term. Okay, 5PS student, can you follow? I speak very slow. Okay, can see or not? Why I got 7K? Because I have 3K and 4K. K considered like term. Example, you got 3 apple plus 4 apple, so you got 7 apple. Okay, if you have 3 apple plus 4 orange, you cannot plus, right? Same thing, so we call like term. So we plus, then after that we need to solve, right? This one you can use a calculator, right? I think some of you don't depend on calculator, right? So it's good. So you just factorize, and then after you let the factor equal to 0. K is negative 6, K plus 1 equal to 0, and then K is negative 1. Can you understand? So factorize here, factorize. Okay, this one sometimes it will come out in subjective, so you have to do the step factorize. Then let the factor, this is called factor, equal to 0. This is another factor. Then you solve. So the solution is K negative 6, K negative 1, right? So where is the answer? Negative 6 and negative 1. So of course this is the answer, right? Okay, so the answer is B for question number 1. Easy? Okay, so I have discussed one question for quadratic function. Now I want to proceed to next one, which is question number 2. Okay, in your coming SPM exam, you will see question like this. They give you the shape of the graph. If you see N shape, N is negative, very sad, right? Are you sad or happy today? So when you see N shape it is negative, right? So that means our a is a number in front of the x. This is called a. It's negative lah, negative 1. Correct lah. So okay, you want to find the value of h. The h is here, right? Okay, so can you see this value is your y value, right? We have x, y. That means the y is 0, right? This y equal to 0. So you can use a equation, not equation. You can use a function, and then you substitute y equal to 0. Then it become equation. So function means that the y is unknown. So when you sub y equal to 0, you will actually have equation. So what is the x here? X is h. So that means you can substitute the h inside. You can always use a point. If in exam you don't know, you just take the point on the graph. You substitute into the function. Function, not equation. So you got 25, isn't it? You bring over h. Positive, right? So your h, you square it, you get positive 5 and negative 5. By right, you should have two answers. Okay, so you look at the point here. So this point, okay, this point is of course positive, right? And here there's another point, negative 5, 0. Okay, so you should choose the right one for the h. One of the h is positive, one of the h is negative. So you choose the one which is logically based on the graph. Okay, so the h is positive 5. Alright, so actually for all the answer you have to refer to the graph. Okay, so I have discussed number 2 already. So the h is 5. So where's the answer? Where is the answer? Is C, right? So this is the answer. Alright, so it's easy, isn't it? It's not tough. Okay, now I will discuss number 3. Let me finish all the objective, then I will discuss the section B and C. Okay, when you see question like this, is of course you see there is a negative 3 in front of the x squared. You don't have to expand. When you see this one is already in vertex form. You know vertex form? Vertex form means that the function, it comes with a with a something square plus another number here. Okay, so what you need to do is you just take the perfect square. We want the perfect square. Perfect square is what? Is x minus 4 square, right? So what you need to do is, this is a perfect square. You always want to have a perfect square. That's called vertex form. Why? Equation, a function in vertex form, meaning that from the perfect square you can read the vertex means is the turning point. Okay, how you read is, if here negative, right, you will get positive for the x, opposite sign. And the y 0, how I know? Because it's 0 here. So for vertex form, we always want the perfect square, and we let the perfect square 0. You can do like that, make it 0, then you solve it. Square root 0, 0, so x equal to 4. So you find out the case 4, 0. Okay, vertex, of course, it must be a turning point. So if your a is negative for the quadratic function, you have the maximum point. So this is maximum point. For set phase, you have maximum point. Okay, now we go to question number 4. For this question, you're asking, you have a quadratic equation, right? You're asking to find the equation of the graph. Equation. Find the equation, find the function, right? We should say that function. Okay, now you see how to do this question is very easy. You just go to the answer, right? Before that, you label this point is what? Is so-called y-intercept. Y-intercept is always x0. Y-intercept, x0, right? Then if x-intercept, what is 0? X-intercept, you must have y0 because the line cut at the intercept means cut. Okay, so it cut the x2 and the other one is -2. So first of all, you write the intercepts for x and y, and you go to the equation, right? You can substitute. Let's say we substitute x0 to this one, to everyone. Okay, that means we zero off. So we got y2. Our intercept is 4, so this one wrong. So substitute y-intercept is 2, wrong. So either this C or D, right? Okay, so then we know that the shape is sad, right? Very sad. Cry. Okay, sad means that you choose a negative one. The negative must be in front of the x squared, -1. Okay, this is a number. So that's how you choose the answer. So the answer is C. Okay, why? Because it's a sad face, -x squared, and the y-intercept is 4, correct? So that's why we choose number 4 as answer C, right? Okay, so we have one more only. We have 5 questions only, right? I want you to do every topic 5 question objective so that you know how the question looks like in SPM exam for the quadratic function, how the question in paper 1. Alright, so which of the following represent graph y equal to 3x minus x squared? For this one, many students say, okay, we look at the x squared. X squared in front is negative, right? So this one wrong already lah. This is happy face. This one, okay, got 3 possible answer, right? Okay, now you see if you, let's say you want to find the y-intercept, right? You let your x0, right? So your y is, you substitute in. You want to find the y-intercept is let x0. Y is 3 times 0 minus 0 squared, so you get 0. So that means it must be 0, 0. So this one okay. This one wrong, right? This one okay. So why? Because the y-intercept is 0. So now we need to find the x-intercept. We have no choice. Let the y0 for x-intercept. This one, if you let the x0, you find y-intercept. Let y0, you find x-intercept. You can shift everything. X squared, better, right, for you to factorize. Normally we want it positive, then you factorize, or you can even use a calculator. You put a1 b -3 c0, right? Can also, but better you factorize like me. So I got 3x intercept, which is 0 and +3. So this one 0 and +3. This one no, it's -3. So the answer will be A. So that means for quadratic function, they will ask you either to identify the shape, or maybe they ask you to find the x-intercept or y-intercept, right? Okay, so you see, if you factorize like this, x3 minus x equal to 0, right? You also getting x0, x equal to 3. So your equation must be n-shaped, whereby the intercept will be 0 and 3. So it cannot be D. So the answer should be A. Alright? Okay, so the answer should be A, not D. So because I saw some of the students told me the answer is D. So if the answer is D, that means the x-intercept will be -3. So your equation will look like this, x plus 3, right? Then you will be referring to that graph. Our graph is x minus 3, or 3x minus x squared. Even you let the y0, you will still getting your x is 0 and x is 3. Alright, so the answer confirm is A. Okay, so keep on trying and make sure you are very careful and must be very confident when you do the SPM exam. So you need a lot of practice. Okay, so keep on doing. I will share with you more solving problem for the new format of the SPM exam. Till then, bye bye and have a nice holiday.